hello. Good evening. Welcome. Comedian George Mason, everybody. In the house. Yeah. Just want to talk about a few things tonight. Keep it brief, keep it short. Keep it on the positive upswing, up note like that. Just like that. Come on. Just the beat, y'all. Talking. Hello. Yes. I love that beat. Comedian George Mason, as I said. And I got a few things I want to talk about tonight. And first of all, I want to say my condolences to my brother Marv, the marvelous one, Money Marv. His grandmother passed, and he's in Alabama now for the services and to pay his respect. As I said, my condolences for him and his family. Prayers go up for her, and I wish the brother all the best. I know it's heavy, man. Any type of loss, and when Big Mama, your mother, passes on, it's a hell of a, took a hell of a hit. But yeah, Ma, hopefully, brother, everything is good with you, and that you're taking care of your business down there, and in Bama, in Alabama, and doing your thing. And give me a shout out when you get back. Come back, and love you, brother. And as I said, all our prayers go out to you and your family. And that's Money, the marvelous one. And yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, Marv, hopefully you're everything is everything, man. Considering it under the circumstances and that type of thing, that situation. Also, I want to announce the comedy in Harlem. They're closing its doors. It's sad. On one note, the Black Comedy Club owners, Jamie Robinson, his wife, Sunshine, uh, they were there for 2.5 years, and they're moving to a different location. Nikki Sunshine. I was struggling to get a name. I knew it was Sunshine something, but it was Nikki Sunshine. Yeah, but they're moving to a different location to be announced so soon. That they're leaving and they're supposed to be out of there. Hey, what's up, Karen? And grandkids band concert. Yo, what up, James Perkins, G Money, what it do nizzle, huh? Huh? Let's see what that, what he say, what it do nizzle. It's all good, James. How you doing, brother? God bless you. And Karen says she's at her grandkids' band concert. That's what. Enjoy yourself, Karen. Always on the check in, most definitely. Yeah, like I said, I was, giving a shout out to Money Marv. His grandmother passed, and he's taking care of business down south in Alabama. He's doing his thing there, taking care of the family business, and we wish him all well wishes. Okay, Mom, love you as I said before, and we will see you shortly, God willing. All praises and blessings due to the Most High Jehovah God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Always gives props to him, to the creation on that order. Well, we established that there's one creator, and Jehovah God is the God I pray to, okay, as well as the creator, for giving us that blessing along those lines. Yes. And yeah, uh, it's a hell of a thing. Perk and Karen both sending their prayers and blessings up to Brother Marv, the marvelous one, Money Marv. And, there was always talk about I know when I was coming up with Michael Jackson, just want to touch on that shortly, that he had no childhood. And I never got that. I never understood why they always said Mike didn't have any childhood. Because he traveled the world. He was with his brothers and stuff. And I think they were, saying as far as like with friends and stuff like that. You know what? Uh, he was 10 years old. He was with his brothers. He's making buku money. He was a millionaire probably by the time he might have been a millionaire at 10. Now, uh, a lot of kids, what is a childhood? What does that really mean? It means to be around your loved ones, to be around, uh, you know, uh, kids and stuff like child, to go out in the street and play and all this other stuff and whatnot. Uh, but I think he did all that, didn't he? They made a big stink, a big fuss about Mike never had a childhood. It's bullshit. He did. He had a great childhood. Diana Ross, Smokey, the whole Motown experience, Barry Gordy, huh? Well, does it get any better than that? Would I have traded his childhood for mine in a heartbeat? Shit. I was out there scraping and scrapping, fighting and throwing down. And, no, Mike had bodyguards and, man, protected. He ate, filet mignon every day. Well, he couldn't drink Don Perignon at that age, but you know what I'm saying. He had a real extravagant lifestyle that some of us men would have traded uh, in a heartbeat. So with that, I never brought that he didn't have a childhood. I never understood that. But um, what's the saying? Uh, the grass is always greener on the other side, huh? Everything that glitters ain't gold. That's my sister. He had a great, what did she say? He had a great working history, Michael. Yes, he did. That's my sister there. What's up, Lydia? Hi, baby girl. And yeah, she makes another excellent point. She says everything that glitters ain't gold, and you know that, and you know this, and she's right because we don't really know exactly what goes on behind the scenes and whatnot and all the other stuff, which is so true. And that's why even I didn't even have Puffy on the list. I was gonna say what's going on with Puff Daddy and all this. We don't really know. I mean, but how is it true? Yeah, but what is a true childhood? Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know, but how is that a true childhood? You don't. I don't know. I don't know what a true childhood is. Did Michael have one? You know, I really to say yes or no. But from like my sister says, all that glitters ain't gold. From on the outside with him traveling and being with, I just say, he was with his brothers, and they were his friends, brothers and sisters. The father, they say he was rough. Man, shit. I got beat. My grandma used to, she I'm still whelped up. Sent me out to go get switches to come in and put for my own beat down, belts and stuff. Mama put it on me. She put the beats on me. Okay. But that was the old school. His father was rough on him. Look at him. Look how they turned out. Every one of them millionaires and stuff like that. Disciplinarian. That's what we called it. Yeah, mama used to tighten me up. She tightened you up, Lydia up too. Yeah, she didn't spare the rod. Shit. I think she had 9 kids and I don't know how many grands, but yeah, we all caught it. And that's a fact. What you say, Lydia? We said, but Mama, yeah, so that's real. I mean, my grandmother did not play. She put us all, yeah, she put it all on us. She damn sure did. And mama was absolutely no joke. Respected that lady to the utmost. That's a fact. But you know what? And it's like that. That's them old school folks who are talking about Tiger Woods' father, the Williams. Look how they turned out. I mean, they were hard on the kids well because they knew what it took, to succeed. Yeah, Richard Williams, Venus, and Serena, champions, each one of them. Tiger Woods, champion, huh? Pro golfers, the Jacksons, champions, kings and queens for sure, no doubt about that. So did Mike have a childhood? Yes, he did. They were sad. He got older and got real weird. He should have just stayed on stage because that's where he was his most comfortable, and I think he was at home on stage. You know what I'm saying? He built his own amusement park, Neverland, Wonderland, or whatever it was called. Uh, but yeah, he was he weird. I mean, he was a genius, and my sister says, "Have you noticed they are all fucked up in the head?" Yeah, she said, Mama, she said she was fair but hard. Yes, she was. That's a fact. With more wisdom than a little bit. Now, I sound like her a lot. I use her sayings. Mama said six of one, half a dozen of the other. Uh, what all glitters ain't gold. Mama said that. You can't see the forest for the trees. Uh, Between the right, it was just goes, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make that was my grandmother, huh? Shout out to Mama, Big Mama, you know, putting wisdom. Mama be cooking and laying it down, throwing down. But yeah, that's from my grandmother. I love her so, um, and miss her. It's my baby girl, but she's in my heart all day, every day long. Right? And this generation, uh, you know, I kind of feel sorry for them in a way because they're not being raised properly. If that's the right thing I'm trying to say, um, I do a lot of research for this show, right? And I also have a show on Saturday nights with Marv, with Money Marv, and I stay preparing. Yeah, my sister says she missed her apple pie. So do I. That lady could burn. She could throw down. Her apple pie, yeah, it was special. Uh, the lady could burn, cook, bake, everything. Southern woman. For sure. But yeah, so so many different things I put down on this list tonight to talk about, and my material. I told my observational stuff with the AI, with my handy, my assistant Alexa. I always refer to her. Lydia says she missed the hell out of the apple pies, but not the okras. No, I love the okras. Mama, you, you missing some good eating. Mama could hook them okras up. She made sure that everybody ate well. You know, but yeah. So, like I was saying, I do a lot of Mom and I would do our thing on Saturday night. We call it the Saturday night social. It's at 8 o'clock from 8 to 9:30. We were taking it to the head, like from 8:30, from 8 o'clock to like we did like 3 hours on several shows and got some good responses and whatnot. And but we wanted to limit it more, so from 8:30, from 8 to 9:30. And so, oh, there my brother is. What's up, Money Ma? Hey, my man. God bless you, brother. Uh, yes, yes, yes. We, I acknowledge the fact that you in Alabama, your grandmother passed, and uh, so we, Perk and Karen, had said send out their condolences to you as well, and my sister said blessings to you, brother. You know, and yeah, I was explaining, I was breaking down how we do our thing on Saturday with the Saturday night social, and you know whenever you get back and your head is straight and you're squared away, and we get back to it. I miss you, and I know you're doing your thing. We'll be back soon, no doubt. My man said we'll be back soon, so that's on the record, huh? So that's what's up, brother. Looking forward to it. And yeah, and I was breaking down some stuff. I was talking about Michael and some few other things. Jack said he didn't have a childhood, and it's all subjective as far as I'm concerned. I came up hard too. My grandmother raised all of us, Mama, and like Lydia said, shit, we all caught it. We all caught it, you know, in the household. One way, I know Mama sent me to the store on a regular. I think all her kids, we going back and forth and shit. I'd see my aunts and uncles passing, and I'm coming from the store, going to the store, and I'd see people in the house. There's so many people in that house. You didn't grow up in the house in Brooklyn, did you? But there was so many. I didn't know who the hell were my aunts or uncles were. I just seen people, motherfucker. I was just like, damn. I call everybody aunt, uncle, or whatever. I knew the main, Uncle Nelson, Uncle Joe, Jimmy, Aunt Joe. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it was people coming and going on a regular. I'm like, damn. You know, I don't even remember where I slept. I don't know if I was in the bathtub. But wherever you could find a space that's where you would sleep. And when you come up poor, you don't even realize that you poor because you don't know what's going. You ain't. We never went without a meal. I was never hungry. I don't ever remember hungry. I know I ate a lot of eggs. I know, Mom, we had eggs, boiled eggs, hard boiled eggs. You peel it back, put the salt on it, huh? And then deviled eggs all around. I was egg. By the time I was 5 or 6, I was egg out. I can't eat an egg to this day. It's if I eat it, it's coming back up. Yeah, that's how that shit goes down. But that's just how it is, man. When you're born in poverty, when you poor, don't even realize that you're poor. But yeah, and you know what? Like I say, this show, and then with the show Marv and I do, it takes me to do a lot of research. I go into a lot of different areas for different things because some stuff really puzzles me with this generation. I mean, back in the day, uh, we had our vices and we did certain things, the deviant stuff, the perverted stuff, if you will, perversion. And I still have my ways. I'm trying to grow on that and trying to stay positive on the upswing, on the up note. But, I have a lot to work on, personality wise and spiritual wise. But I do slip and backslide a little bit. I do. And I was talking about how the show takes me to research, and I've been doing some stuff and going into these sites, these websites, these pornographic, watching these live shows. Because back in the day, I would go to 42nd Street, call it 40 Doo-Wop, and go into the booths and stuff, and the peep shows, and put the money in the peep shows. The glass was sliding, you see the girl there, and then you do whatever you doing. The girl, you grab the phone and she start talking to you. She trying to get money, right? She's telling you do this and do that. Give me X amount of dollars and I'll do this, and you do that kind of thing. And it's now you just go behind the screen, the computer screen, and it's like that. You see so much stuff. And my question, for these females that are out here now, they have all these devices and stuff, machines. They got fuck machines, right? Never mind the dildos. They got all kind. I see every time I go in there, I see these females got these pink things up their coochie, up their pussy. They, it's a stimulator, and the guys can control that. They give tips, and these women are being stimulated by this sexual device. But now they've got these machines Huh? Fuck machines, yeah. They strap a dildo. This one girl I'm looking, I can't, the dildo is the size, it's got to be at least 11, 12 inches long, first of all. And she's got it strapped to, hooked up to a machine. And the machine is literally fucking you. But if you tipping, you can control the machine, how it's going back and forth and making. And one of these girls, I mean, she's in complete, from what I see, in ecstasy. I mean, she's just loving it, and she's squirting. She's squirting. This machine is so long, squirting, and I'm saying to myself, "Whoa!" I, I have, I used to always not doubt the squirters and stuff like that, but I was not a big fan of squirters. Not a big fan at all, because I like oral. I don't want to have that type of action. And down there doing the oral pleasures for her. I'm hooking her up, and then all of a sudden I get a whole face full. I get a river. You feel me? Come on. What's up with that? But thankfully, like what I'm saying. And some of these, I'm glad I haven't dealt with some of these girls that I'm seeing now. The squirting, the amount with these machines, it's making them squirt. Are they falling? Can a female fall in love with the machine? Now, I'm sure they fall in love with the pleasure that it's giving them. That's one thing. But I mean, the machine itself has it taken, over as far as like, you know, to replace men, because the devices that these females, the options that there's options, that's a good word. They have a crazy amount of options now. But this machine, I think, is detrimental to relationships as a whole. Yeah, these girls are making money. Those machines are not cheap. I saw one for like $699, $700. So yeah, they got to get their money back. And I know the whole thing predicated on tips and getting their tips that way. Like I go to the Dominican Republic, and them girls there, they hustle. That's how they eat, right? Laying on their back and hooking up with men and stuff like that. And that's what they do, man. It's unfortunate that it has to be that way, but that's just how it is. So yeah, you know what? I wanted some females feedback on, can women fall in love with a machine? And I don't know, man. It's just it's sad in a lot of ways that we have to revert to certain things, man. That is not really healthy or detrimental for us, our good well-being, our good mental health overall. And also, talk about this transgender situation. These transgender, they, the boys, the men are joining, the girls, like the sports, the track team and basketball team. These are guys that really weren't good athletes, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be, this dude was on the track team. He came in second. You can't even beat the girls. Came in second on the, not to put that down or whatever, because females can compete and they're just as talented and athletic as the men. But you can't. You didn't make it. You would have. You came in second on the girls, but you would have came in last if you was running with the boys, huh? Running down the track and nuts bouncing, hanging out and shit, and talking about your name is Susan. Fuck out of here. No, that ain't happening. But that's what's going on with that and transgender shit. I did a joke, years ago about the transgender. It wasn't even a transgender joke. It was something so far ahead of its time. In certain places, I go to some clubs and tell me you can't do that joke or whatever. And I'm gonna do it now because it's actually very well written. It's brilliant. It's a great piece, and how I set it up, I would say, because I used to get high a lot. I did a lot of drugs, a lot of cocaine and stuff like that. And I used to say like how back in the day we had these talk shows. It was a talk show, Sally Jesse Raphael, and she was real controversial. She'd have on some guests, and I said that I came home and I turned on and I had Sally Jesse Raphael. She had on her show transsexual lesbians who were confused, and I said, in order before I can really get into the subject matter, I'm going to have to figure out what a confused transsexual lesbian is. And that's what I did. I smoked it blunt and I worked it out. A confused transsexual lesbian is someone who used to be a man, had the operation, now is a woman. She's going around chasing other women. This is something she didn't do when she was a he. Huh? She has that woman. Now she's confused because she wishes she was a he again so that she can fuck this girl the right way. Thank you. Thank you. Right? And yeah, so, but it's a very convoluted piece. And, but if you really listen to it closely, it breaks a lot of stuff down, right? She was a man, had the operation woman. She's going around chasing another one, something she didn't do when she was he. Got the woman, now she's confused, right? Boom, boom, boom. And which is, yeah. So, but that's what's going on now. This was like 30 years ago, 35 years ago, that joke. I came up with that piece, you know, and it's a hell of a thing. I do the other stuff about AI now with the machines and stuff like that. AI is taking over. Um, Alexa, um, when a girl has an orgasm, can she squirt? Alexa, does a girl excrete fluids when they orgasm? Alexa's not dealing with that shit. Alexa, do women squirt? I'm striking out with Alexa tonight. Alexa, female orgasm. Nothing. Alexa, do women have orgasms?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Wow, that's a first. That's a new one. She's not dealing with that tonight. But yeah, but AI, that's the whole other thing. That's Alexa's included. Uh, but yeah, AI is on the up and come. They have these Alexa in Japan. Do they have humanoid AI robots?
Yes, Japan has been a leader in the field of robotics, and there are many humanoid AI robots operating there.
And they have sexual humanoid robots. Alexa, thank you.
My pleasure. Just doing my job.
They have and it's weird. You know, they did an experiment where they had these. They put some humanoid robots in the street, and people couldn't tell them. You know, they're walking slow. You know, but they're robots, of course. You know, they had a movie years ago called The Stepford Wives, and it's along that line. You know, with artificial intelligence, but that was so far ahead of its time. You know, they don't talk about stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, I did that thing with the watching, you know, these different websites and stuff, and it's just mind-boggling. I got really, you know, blown away by the amount of how these women are just. I go into these different rooms these girls have, and you know, the dependency on these machines is just. You know, it's a bit much. It's a little scary. They have, you know, um, for my taste. And I was looking at this news the other day, and this white girl, I think I saw it on TikTok. She was saying that how blacks, you know, in regard to Beyonce, you know, doing country, that blacks, you know, aren't country. They can't do country. They might be from the country, you know, the country singing. I guess she never heard of Charlie Pride, probably one of the greatest country singers of all times, African American. Give it up for Charlie Pride. But yeah, Beyonce is off into another genre with the country music, and she's breaking, setting the charts on fire with that. Now, this white girl, she's saying blacks can't do country. They aren't, because they don't, like, we don't know. Like, in other words, we can't relate to that. That's very racist in context of what she said. That's like saying, all right, if we can't do country or we aren't country along those lines, then I mean, is that to say that whites, can't do hip hop? They aren't hip hop or R&B. Now the Bee Gees, there's so many different white groups. Eminem, the biggest selling rapper, I don't know of all time or whatever, but he's a chart topper, and so he can't, be, which we know is ludicrous, it's ridiculous, but for her to say something along those lines, I just thought that was just incredible, but a racist is a racist, and they're gonna be racist. Like I hate it. Like haters hate. That's what they do. They're haters, right? So, and people, sometimes like when I do my comedy, George, yeah, you're too intelligent. You put so much out there. People, people like that short stuff. They want me to dumb it down. I can't do that. And it's not even fair to the audience. So if I'm intelligent and I got some intelligent content I'm coming with, as far as my material, like that piece that I did there, I have other stuff, and that's what I love comedy, so I'm going to stay true to it. And that's the thing. And I want to do a tribute to black, comedians, black African American comedians, male and female, the greats. I'm gonna do a show for that. The Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby's, Miles Mabley, George Kirby, Garfield Cambridge, Scully Mitchell. I know some names you probably never heard, so I'm gonna cover those bases there. And then do some research. Google these people. You know, uh, yes, some really, really funny, brilliant individuals that, and Dick Gregory. It was just an incredible. Flip Wilson, but yeah, so I'm going to pick Meek Markham, you know, where's the judge? What is it? I seen Pick Meek at the Apollo years ago on the same bill with James Brown. My grandmother took me. I said, Mama took me to that show, and it was incredible. We sat up in the balcony, and when James Brown did that, please, 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 with the cape, oh my God! I mean, the crowd just went. They said he was the hardest working man in show business, and he was just a hell of a performer. We had some incredible Sammy Davis, uh, one of the best performers. Yeah, Michael Prince. I mean, it's just the list goes on and on. But yeah, I want to do that tribute there, the comedy there, and pay tribute to them, and also do for the Black inventors, like I've been doing. Never mind Black History Month, where they just want to snuff us to the side and give us a month to cover that. So I'll speak about that, ever so often. And doing the inventors, I've been doing it, the engineers, the scholars, and because they definitely need recognition as well, and to like I always point out, if I was in school and I had some type of insight as far as to how brilliant and how our contribution was, even during slavery time, we were just doing some unbelievable things, and all the faces of adversity that we obviously had to go through, and we're still going through a lot of that bullshit, huh? That it's just because of the color of our skin. Harriet Tubman. More props to that beautiful woman. The stuff that she did, and I know some stuff about the Underground Railroad. I'm reading her book now, just one of the books, and fascinating woman. I mean, the stuff that she had to endure, we can only imagine, right? At night, with going through the woods, snakes, and the waters were filled with who knows what, crocodiles, I don't know, depending on where she was at. I know I've seen a movie years ago, Rosewood. It was directed by John Singleton. Vig Raines was in it, and Don Cheadle. It's a great movie. But there's a scene in there where white people, they just, this lady, a white lady, falsely accused a black man of raping her. And what do? They go and they burn down the whole Rosewood, the whole town, allegedly looking for this this black man that didn't rape this white woman. She was cheating on her husband, and the dude that she was cheating with beat her down, beat her up, and then she said a black man did it. And but yeah, the blacks are fleeing. They had the whites are chasing them. There's a scene where you see them, like the blacks in the town are going through the water, right? And they're in Florida. This is where Rosewood was. And I'm thinking, damn, this is at night. And going through that water, and they're wading in that water, and you know that there's alligators, you know that there's gators, or you should know if you understand, if you know anything about Florida, huh? And I said to myself, like, oh shit. But what John Singleton did, it was brilliant. The next scene after, they go through the dark, they go through that water, they're trying to catch the railroad, catch the train, right? The next scene was daylight, and all you seen was an alligator, right? He showed the alligator, that scene, that shot of going through that water. So it made you think, like, damn, this is what they were dealing with. This is what they were going through the night before. He didn't say it. Nobody was like, well, we have them gators. Nah, but the next scene was like, wow, that shit fucked me up. It was like, wow, it was an incredible scene. I never forget that. And John Singleton did some great work, Boys in the Hood, and it's just one of his classics. And that Rosewood, incredible body of work there, and some good stuff there. I study the directions and stuff when I watch movies. I'm very, keen on certain things. Like especially a scene like that, and like Spike Lee, Inside Man, and a hell of a job that he did with that movie there. On I forget the actor's name. I think it's Owen, but Alexa, what's the cast of Inside Man?
Denzel Washington, Clive Owen, Jodie
Clive Owens.
Foster, Christopher Plummer, Willem Dafoe, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Carlos Andres Gomez were in the cast of Inside Man.
Yes, and Clive Owens, that was the name I was looking for. Yeah, it was that. She broke it down. She gave the whole cast. What a terrific movie, and Spike did a hell of a job with that. And just some great African American directors, Michael Schultz and Gordon Parks. Gordon was a fabulous, terrific photographer who ventured into making films, and right? Superfly. Alexa, what's a list of Gordon Parks movies?
From theweekly.com. Gordon Parks is a photojournalist, art photographer, author, composer, and director best known for his groundbreaking films The Learning Tree and the original Shaft.
Thank you. But yeah, so interesting. So I want to do about directors, black directors, and the comedians. That tribute. I want to do some, give some real props to black comedians, female and male, as well. Actors, actresses, doctors, lawyers, educators. Just greatness among the ranks. Not even tapping into the great civilizations of the African diaspora. the great civilization of Timbuktu, Egypt. We know Kemet, uh, Nubia, Ethiopia, right? And all across the land, because Africa was just one landmass before the great continental drift, before it broke up. That's how South America, if you join South America, the terrain and Africa together, it connects. You look at a map and everything comes together. And it was just one big landmass. Yes, when the great Anunnaki came down, right? And then started to do their thing and building the pyramids and stuff. And the pyramids, they said, were built by aliens. Man can't build it, so who else built it? It had to be the divine inspiration, if you will. It was on a spiritual order. We'll never know. It's beyond the understanding of earthlings, and that's a fact. But that's another topic for another show. And I just wanted to touch on those stuff, the Michael Jackson thing. I have a whole ass lip. I'm not dumbing down nothing. When I go on stage, I hit them with me. You're gonna get me when I'm up there, and I'm gonna bring it. I bring it every time. And you know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. And I'm not no buffoon. I'm not no clown. I'm not gonna, do that, just to make, a certain audience, white people happy, or even black people. They like to be talked about and have you talk. Nah, I'm not beating up on anybody. No, for a laugh. That's just how I get down. I'm gonna give you, some good material, something to think about. And if you can't get with it, then that's on you. And if I bomb, if I go down, I go down. I go down with me, and that's a fact. Yeah, and everybody now on these platforms and stuff like that, they're talking about Puffy, and then with Steve, it's just all sensationalism and beating up on each other and stuff like that. That sells. The controversy sells. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how that shit goes down. Yeah, I was saying, but DJ Envy and Steve Harvey are happy the shit that's going on with Diddy, because it takes all the weight off of what they did or didn't do, or just that they're not in the news because people, they had something, they need something to talk about, you know, and but it's like that. Yeah, but I'm gonna wrap it up now, and I'm gonna see if there's anything else worthwhile to talk about for now. And yeah, I'm gonna have some good shows coming up down the pipe. The black comedians, black inventors, actors. I'm gonna have Maurice and Chile, the other comedians, Art Garfield, Mustafa Majid. Mustafa is an activist and a very serious brother who's with the Nation of Islam. Back in the day, he's out at Philly now. He's from uptown. He's from Harlem. He used to shut down the construction sites and the movie sets. And stop him was no joke. He get a bus full of, he didn't, if there weren't any blacks on movie sets, or on the construction sites, he'd get busloads of blacks and Latinos and just go and would shut it down. Mustafa Majid. And they would realize that Mustafa wasn't playing. And I think Koch gave him a couple of $1 million, man, to try to hustle, like, back in the day, Mayor Koch, So for those of you that know, like, I'm from New York, based out of New York. Like when I share this particular show, I get my views and stuff on the back end, so with the views, I'm not concerned with how many people tune in or whatever. No. And because this is substance, so it's like that. Either you're with it or you're not. And it's how that goes down, so it's like that. So Mustafa Majid, Art Garfield is a terrific comedian. Art had the book Power, was my mentor. He worked along with Bill Cosby and Artie. Actually is an old friend of mine. We lived in the same building in Flushing in Queens years ago. and he's a terrific actor. He'll tell you about his body of work when he comes on. And so for certain shows, I do pump it up. I do get a good house and good audience when I hustle and to build a crowd, to get a crowd, to let people know who I have on. For a show like this, I just on the humbug, I might come back tomorrow or whatever. But I don't pump this particular show up. You know what I'm saying? If it's just me, solo dolo. But if I have somebody noteworthy, worthwhile, I'll pump it up to get the crowd, and then we normally get a good audience. So I do it like that for Artie. I'll do it for Mo and Chili and Mustafa and but like Brother Marv. He said we will be back. And so that's what's up. I don't know if we're gonna hit this Saturday. I doubt it. I think he's still on the road. He's still out there. He's still grieving. He's still in mourning. So I don't expect him to bounce back that quick. But with him, you never know. He's strong. He's tough and stuff like that. But it's family. So I know he wants to definitely tie up some loose ends and all that stuff. So I'll let you know when we're gonna hit. And we'll send out the invites and the announcements and stuff like that when it's apropos, So, look out for that. And that is the Money Marv G Money Saturday Night Social is what we call it. And I want to thank you, for listening, tuning in to me. It's like, you ever run into somebody on the street you ain't seen in a minute, and you ask them, say, yo, man, what's up? How you doing, man? You good? And motherfucker, just like 15 minutes later, he's telling you what's wrong, all the ailments, his neck hurts, his back. You're sorry. You ask the motherfucker, you're like, damn. But that's how that shit is sometimes, man. You just like, you don't want to call certain people because it's like, oh, boy. You got to get ready, got to hold your breath and like, okay, yo, man, feel better. Yo, B, I hear you, you just just do what you need to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But you be like, damn, all right, man, shit, huh? Wrap this shit the fuck up, get a grip. But that's how I go. I remember I was in church in Georgia one time. I told my partner, I said, yo, B, I was in church and the pastor, how you have the different deacons and they will say a few words and some of them are very long-winded. And I had it was one of those like sitting through the whole service. And, when he got up there, man, I didn't mean to like let a sigh out real loud. And my mother almost knocked me down. I was like, because he was going on and on. I was like, damn, and everybody in the church, they looked my way. I was, I know everybody was feeling the same way. You know what I'm saying? They was, yes, because he was long-winded. It was like we had heard about 4 or 5, already, deacons and whatnot, speakers. We were ready to go. It was hot. It was a hot day. That kind of thing. But, no disrespect, to the Lord and to his house and stuff like that. But damn, huh? Ready to go. Ready to go. Yeah, so listen. Have a good night. Okay? If you have a loved one, tell them you love them. Hug them. Let them know. Life is short. And you can't be in the wrong if you're doing the right thing. And I want you to know this, that resistance always overcomes, persistence overcomes resistance. That's the key. Huh? So stay positive, stay up. All right? Do the right thing. Peace, huh? Come on. Yes. Play it out, baby. Do your thing, Georgia boy.